All over the world, species clash in nature's savage battle of survival. From the charge of the heavy armored fortress to the relentless precision of the coordinated pack, all are locked in brutal conflict. Animals fight tooth and claw to win food, territory, and rights to the bloodline. From the ice-locked fjords of the Great North to the red dust canyons of the Australian outback, there are no rules. This is Animal Fight Night. Let's watch and see. Across the tall grasslands of the Masai Mara Reserve, a muscle-bound giant quietly establishes its boundaries. The African buffalo. It carries the mindset of an animal that never retreats. While most prey animals, when pressured at close range, turn and run, accidentally exposing the vulnerable hips and hind legs, it does the opposite. It employs a strategy of active defense, turning suffocating pressure into a direct offensive weapon. As the distance closes, it lowers its head, presenting a thick frontal bone shield and sweeping curved horns forward, like reinforced steel armor. At that moment, its center of gravity shifts entirely onto the front shoulders, transforming the massive body into an unstoppable battering ram. This tactic denies predators any clear angle toward the neck or spine, while turning the space directly ahead into an extremely high-risk danger zone. But a 1,000-pound charge only matters if it finds something solid to hit. Facing its fury is not a rigid opponent, but a lethal network capable of scattering and converging in an instant. African wild dogs, predators built for multi-point attrition. They exploit this reflex with a 360-degree pressure strategy, dismantling the prey's natural defensive instincts. While a few individuals appear head-on to draw attention, other groups quietly close in from the flanks and rear. Their opponent never finds a safe direction, Every time the prey turns to counterattack, a critical opening immediately appears on the opposite side. The animal fight night quickly becomes an endless spinning game, with the prey always one step behind. Amid the dry season along the river basin, an aging buffalo can no longer keep pace with the great herd's migration. Falling behind in this harsh, arid terrain becomes a direct threat to its survival. For a pack of wild dogs struggling to feed rapidly growing pups, this slow-moving giant is not a danger. It is essential protein needed to sustain the next generation. The pack exploits the terrain itself, where dense vegetation limits the buffalo's ability to accelerate, turning close distance into a living nightmare. They cannot ignore a target carrying an enormous calorie reserve while lacking the protection of the herd. This is the brutal law of the ecosystem. The weak are removed to sustain those that come next. The wild dogs surge forward. They deploy a lethal matrix, operating like a single organism through a 360-degree pressure strategy. They rotate relentlessly, lunging in to bite at blind spots such as the flanks and hind legs, turning every wound into a gateway for energy loss. They avoid direct confrontation. Using speeds of up to 37 miles per hour, the pack disperses and regroups in flashes, forcing their opponent into a battle with no clear end. In contrast, the buffalo retaliates with the brutal force of a living battering ram. It bellows, lowers its head, and launches crushing charges with overwhelming momentum. However, constantly turning to counterattack in vain pushes its muscular system into complete exhaustion. The wild dog pack claims a decisive victory. They accept the risk of casualties in exchange for a massive source of protein, enough to sustain the entire pack. The buffalo suffers a brutal end because of isolation. Raw strength becomes useless when its instinct for direct confrontation is completely neutralized. In the natural world, physical power is only a necessary condition. Strategy and coordination are what truly determine dominance. Survival does not belong to the strongest, but to those who control space and resources most efficiently. Hit subscribe now so you don't miss the most animal fight night survival showdowns on the planet.